Okay, so I'm going to show you how to set up a Google Sites page. The first thing is you need to be signed in to your Google account. And then in the waffle, you're going to select this one here, which is Sites. And you're going to create a new page in New Sites. Okay, there's a shortcut if you don't want to do it that way. So you just type in sites.google.com. And it takes you to all of your sites. This is one of my ones that I've been working on. Okay, so if we go back to our new site here, first thing you want to do is give it a name so that when it's in your drive, it shows up. So this one is going to be Year 8 German. And then you're going to give your page a title here. So this is also going to be Year 8 German. Okay. On the side here, you can choose a theme. So this will give you some of your fonts, colors, your sort of accent line here. So you can have a little play around those. You can change the color here. You could change the font slightly for each one. Okay. And then with your header at the top, you can change this. So that could be a full cover, a large banner, a small banner, or just a title. Okay. And if you don't like this image, you can select any image here in the gallery. And if you don't like these images, you can search for a copyright-free image here. Something perhaps a bit more German. Okay. And that's your sort of main page of your home page. Okay. And then if you go to pages here, you're obviously going to need more than one page on your site. So here you click to add a new page. So I would call this one Topic 1 School. And I'm going to make Topic 2 Area. Delete that accidentally. Okay. If you want to create a sub page, you can just lift this and drag it into the main one, which is actually not what I want here, but you can draw, if you wanted to do that, you could have Topic 1 School and then you go into there and you could have a sub page. Okay. And so to start with building your site, over on this side here, you've got your text box. Okay. You could create text here. Text can be used to obviously type. Okay, you can also hyperlink in here. You can hyperlink to another page within the site. You could insert a URL from somewhere else if you wanted to hyperlink to something else here. And this sort of, these buttons here, this is the way that you move everything about within your Google site. You can change the background here if you wanted. You can make this a heading. You can duplicate the section once you've set up all your fonts and things. If you want to just edit the text, you can delete here if you don't like it. You can also here insert an image. So if you wanted an image as the background instead, so you wanted something a little bit more visually appealing, you could pick one of the images here. So that gives you some options to sort of play with the aesthetics of your table. You do exactly the same to insert an image. So you can upload your own image. You can select one. You can insert anything from your drive in the same way. Okay. I'll come back to that in a moment. You've got these sort of pre-made layouts. These are quite nice. So you've already got your image and your text box in here. But if you wanted to add, you can resize that text box here. And you can add another image within the same section here. So if you double click, it brings up this little shortcut. And from here, then you can insert text, image, Google Drive, upload. So if I wanted a second text box to the side, then I could have more than one text in the same section, which is quite handy. Okay, and again, you can resize that here. Okay, so those are some of the basic things that you can do. There's some more complicated things down here. This one's really useful, this button. So if I go back to my main page, my home page, if I want them to be able to just go straight to topic 1, I can have a topic 1 school. And then in my link here, I can link to topic 1 school. And so they all have to do is click this link, it takes them straight to topic 1 school. I can also here, if I do my double click, sorry, not my double click, I want my button. I could here do a back to languages homepage. And I would copy the link from my other page here so that I can link it all back together with one if that was what you wanted to do. Okay, coming back to the Google Drive, if you are trying to put documents in from your Google Drive, rather than having to enable sharing settings on each document, if you make a folder before you start. So if here I make this 8 German sites, I'm going to make that stand out a little bit with color. So I'm going to make that one yellow. And then if you enable the sharing on the folder, so I want to, change this here to anyone at Porthcawl Comp. Okay. So I'm sharing this folder with anyone at Porthcawl Comp. And then anything that I drop into this folder to be uploaded will automatically be shared, I believe. So I can insert then directly from my Year 8 German sites folder, which also shows up here. So it's quite handy. And I will upload my folders in here. So if I go back to show you some of the other folders that I've done for my other pages. So for example, my Year 7 sites page, I could insert perhaps the vocab or these grammar notes here. I've PDF these were original Microsoft Word documents. So obviously they don't open the same way through Google. And so I've PDF those to hopefully get over that problem. If this is done originally through Google Docs or Google Slides, that's not going to be a problem. So once you insert something, it gives you sort of like a little thumbnail. You can make this as big or as small as you want. And then pupils can click to view from the main page. So what we've been doing with our languages sites, come back to my Year 8 German, is adding in things like the core vocab lists, the core grammar lists. On our GCSE site, we've got the specification, the vocab list, and so on. So you can add from there. You can also insert a video through YouTube. This might be a tutorial that you've done yourself, part of a lesson, something that you're explaining, or something that somebody else is explaining, or this could be a little song. We've put a couple of cultural bits in here, so you can insert part of anything from YouTube this way. Okay, so if I want them to listen to some German music, I could have a little tab. I can insert, double click, insert text, move that up. So this would be my cultural section where I'm asking them to listen to music. I might want another image there. So, oops. Select image from the gallery. to make that stand out a little bit more, go for that one. This suggests the images for readability here. If you don't want that, you can click this to take it back to how it was. And I'm going to make that into a heading. And then I can upload more just by double clicking next to it. And I could also insert a hyperlink to any other document that I've got within my drive or within my resources or anything else that I want. And then really what you need to do is just sort of have a play with it. I think have a little plan of, first of all, what you want to put into your site. Make a little folder within your Google Drive. That will definitely save you time. And then you can have a play with it. And then what you can do, what you can do here, what you need to do before you're able to share your site. So this is the link to share your site, and it says here, can't copy link for unpublished site. So you need to publish your site first. I'm going to call this Year 8 German. Who can view my site? Anyone at Postcode Comprehensive. The bigger the site, the longer it takes to publish. And once it's published, you get your link. Okay, so this is my published link here. So this is the link that I would share. We have actually gone through to do a languages page. Sorry, if I go here, I can search for my languages site. No, sorry, that's not coming up. Let's go to my drive. So your sites will come up here in your drive, and your sites, you should be able to find them at the sites page there. Okay, so here's my languages site. This might give you an idea of the kind of thing that you can create. Okay, so we've started uploading our images here. We've got the link to the pupil site for IT support. We've got a French page, German page, or Welsh page. So if I go to my German page, see my Haribo theme here. And what I want to do here is insert a button. So my button will be Year 8 German. My link will be this one that I've just copied. And so this button now will take them to Year 8 German from the main languages site. Yeah, so this is our sort of overall site. And then we have so what we've done so far, we've got a GCSE site, and we're starting to build the other sites as well as we go through. I'll just try and find my GCSE. Oh yeah, GCSE French, that too. Okay, so what we've got on the main page is really the buttons. I mean, they can go to the sites at the top, but it might be easier if they're using it on a phone, they can access. So we've got 3 themes across our specification. We've got each exam unit here. We've got the link to the online WJC resources, the specification, a main back to the languages page. We've got a little grammar section where we started uploading some nice videos from this little YouTuber that they quite like. We have some links to the BBC bite-sized resources. So it's really a kind of platform to put everything in the one place, which I think will be quite useful if we are carrying on with this blended learning in September. It's kind of the idea that I had was to give it a support site. You can add a logo in here. Just need to get the PCS logo so that I can add that onto the site as well to make it, a proper post-call page. And then I've got guidance here on each, sort of element of the speaking exam, resources that we use in class, but just so that they can access these things from home, kind of putting it all into one place. Just thinking there was anything else that I wanted to. Yeah, so it's not difficult. I've quite enjoyed putting these together. I think the best thing is to just start to create a site. If you're familiar, you've been using Google Docs, Google Slides, all of this will be kind of familiar the way that it works. And yeah, you can insert directly and, new slides and so on. There are obviously far more advanced tutorials if you Google how to create a Google site that might give you some more information. But it's really, really quite simple. I think it'd be something that's quite